Hello, everyone. Let me get this little alrighty. Happy full moon in Libra. That's right. We are here once again with the full moon. Very, the times are definitely going by a lot faster. I know everyone notices that. But we are here again this beautiful April 6th day. And, there were some people that were putting up things yesterday for the full moon. And as I always mention, full moons, of course, carry energy the day before, the day after, and there's different time zones and all that we're dealing with. So the full moon for us over here on the eastern seaboard of the United States was this morning, pretty early in the morning. So, I decided to do it, of course, today versus yesterday, and I had some other things going on. But usually, I do my best to do the phase card pulls at least a day or two before or after they happen, according to what is called Greenwich Mean Time. So, anyway, this full moon in Libra. So Libra is all about the scales. It's all about bringing things into balance. And it is opposite Aries on the astrological chart. And a little information about myself is that my sun sign is Aries. My rising sign is Libra. So I definitely feel the back and forth. Aries is all about action and taking charge and doing all these things. And, Libra's about finding the balance and keeping things as smooth as possible, which I find myself doing that in my life most of the time. But, that Aries fire comes through. And, Libra is an air sign. So we know what happens when you put air to fire, right? Well, that's kind of what's going on right now. So I always mention that I listen to my the astrologer that I follow pretty religiously, called Carpacha from the New Paradigm Astrology. That's his website and his channel on YouTube. Feel free to look it up. To me, it resonates with me. He's a very wise person, and he usually releases a weekly report. I call it one of my news reports, because it's astrological news and what's going on in the planets and that energy, what that energy is all about. So I'm learning so much from that. However, today I happened to miss it last night, and usually I watch it a lot of times after I do card pulls, and it kind of ties in with whatever he says. So this is going to be a little different. It was actually a longer report than he usually does. So there was a lot of information that he gave. And one of the main things, Libra is all about relationships. And that is relationships with ourselves, relationships with others, relationships with this world. So some of the things here that are really coming up, and I am feeling them, I'm sure you guys are too, that there is just a lot of figuring out who we want to be with in our lives. As many of you guys know, sometimes friendships fall away. And I'm going through some serious, deep rooted things for myself that has to do around relationships right now. And, at first I was like, why? Why is this happening? Well, hello, planets, look where everything is. So the one thing that really stuck out in my mind from what I was listening to earlier this morning is that, and this is a good reminder, our relationships are mirrors of ourselves. I'm going to say that one more time. Let it sink in. Our relationships are mirrors of ourselves. They are mirrors of things that maybe we don't want to address. So, I've had a couple of little back and forths with some of my close friends. And when I walk away from it, I'm like, oh, that is a good reminder that I am that coming to me is a mirror. That's me. That's something that's coming up. It's something I need to address, something I need to continue to address. And I've talked about this before. Life is a spiral. It is cycles. So as we come back around to all these things that keep coming up in our life that we need to address, if it comes up and we don't address it, it's just going to come back around and give us another opportunity and give us another and another until eventually you will get to the point to where you have addressed what you need to address. And of course, time is of no relevance in the universe. So it could take a week, it could take years, it could take a lifetime, which it does. It does take a lifetime sometimes. So the key thing to remember here with this beautiful full moon in Libra is finding that balance. And that first and foremost is taking care of yourself, not continuing to look outside yourself to find someone that's going to make you whole, or to find someone that is just, it's going to make everything right. That's codependent behavior. And we are all victims of that. Every single one of us have, in one shape or another, experienced codependent relationships where you feel like you just can't go on unless you have that person in your life. And that is not true. We are who we need in our life all the time, 100%. We need to love ourselves wholly and completely all the way around in those deep caverns, in the beautiful, joyous moments. We always need to love ourselves. And that, I understand, is easier said than done. But in my journey, in the past 6-7 years, I've really been working on telling myself I love myself. I'm a big fan of Louise Hay and Bruce Lipton, who speaks of epigenetics, which is basically saying that we can change our thought processes. We can change how we speak to ourselves and and rewire our brain to put in positive talk and let all that negative talk, negative conditioning out. It's not easy. It is not. But we are here to do that, to understand that we are beautiful beings here, and loving ourselves and caring for ourselves and creating boundaries for ourselves assist us in moving forward. So, with all of that to be said, we have got a 4-card full moon illuminating spread. Now, I still, of course, follow and do the Yasmin Boland Moonology Diary. Had to look down there for a minute. And the exercise was, what are some things that you need to release? Is it an old relationship? Is it maybe a relationship from the past that you haven't really let go of? Can you ask for forgiveness? Can you forgive the person in that relationship? Can you forgive yourself? What are some resentments that you have? And it's a good exercise. Write those down, Of course, I had some come straight to mind for me, and I wrote those down and thought, okay, it's time for me to forgive and let go, because that makes space for love and relationships that are supportive, that do matter to you where you are right now. So just a little something there, a little exercise. Okay. So I am using today Kyle Gray's Angel Prayers Oracle cards. Okay. So, of course, as I've mentioned before, I'm a huge fan of Kyle Gray. I studied under him for a couple of years and learned volumes. I'm actually reading one of his new books called Raise Your Vibration. And I would recommend that to anybody because it's very, it really puts a lot of things on how to keep yourself kind of high vibe in layman's terms. Doesn't get too metaphysical with things. And he goes through the chakra system. And I'm in the sacral chakra right now, and I'm really enjoying it. It's just basically like you can read it once a day. It's just like a page or two. So if you feel so inclined, check that out too. I'm just giving lots of plugs to all the people that I look at to support me while I'm going through my journey here. Okay, so I actually just finished doing some full moon yoga. I did some drumming and chanting, burned some beautiful sage, and called in our spirit guides for this beautiful full moon in Libra card pull. So feel free to take 3 deep breaths with me. We all kind of ground in and connect. Whether you're watching this live or on the replay, it still connects us. We come into the moment, being in the moment. Thank you. Thank you, spirit guides, for being with us. We are willing to listen and appreciate your wisdom. All right, so let's see what we got here. Got the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. All righty. So again, it's a 4-card full moon illuminating spread. And this spread comes from Colette Baron Reed's Goddess Power Oracle. And I really love the spreads that she has put out there. I mentioned that a lot too. So here we go. Let's flip them on over. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Very good. Oh yes. All righty. So the first card is the theme that needs to be illuminated to manifest our highest good. What's the theme? The theme, our inner voice. I like it. Listening to our intuition and not to all the chatter going on out there. And it says, thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice. Thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice. So that is the theme that needs to be illuminated right now to manifest our highest good, is to shut out the naysayers, shut out people who are giving you unsolicited advice, and know that you have all the wisdom that you need inside. So again, I say this many times too, that when I'm doing these card pulls, it is for me. It is for me, and I want it to be for you as well. Just reminders to listen to our intuition. The second card, what do I need to release to move forward? Okay. Well, it's beautiful Archangel Metatron. Clear your vibes. Thank you, Metatron, for clearing my energy field. You know, we all are energy. We are energy. And yes, you can clear your field by just asking that it be cleared and visualizing being cleansed and cleared. Yeah, it is as simple as that. I know. Amazing, right? But Metatron actually is an angel that helps clear your auric space, your auric field. And I do say a prayer and ask him to come in and help cleanse my space, cleanse the area around me, and helps me kind of just keeping my vibration high, keeping my energy in a high state, not letting low things affect me and get me down into what I call the darkness or the doldrums. I know it isn't easy, but the more we continue to work on it, the easier it gets. Okay. And I am actually, beautiful sun's peeking through, and I'm having a hard time kind of seeing there. There we go. All right. Thank you. So that was, what do I need to release to move forward? So we need to clear our vibration, clear our vibes. We need to release all this stuff that isn't really assisting us. It's not helping us. It's just keeping us down, keeping us in a comfortable place. And we don't want to step out of that. But we need to raise our vibration here. All right, so the third card is, what lesson am I learning so I can move through it to manifest my highest good? And this one, I think I might actually read this one. It is the inner power. It's the Divine Father, very powerful card in this deck. This says, Divine Father, thank you for co-creating my world with me. So what lesson am I learning? Well, we're learning to maybe be a little bit more spiritual in our lives. But I want to read this one because it's very powerful. And this, of course, is representative of a Hindu god. You are blessed to receive the support of the Universal Father today. You have the power within you to create your world, and you are being encouraged to see that this power is only in place when you are coming from a space of love. Release any toxic feelings and feel blessed, knowing God is with you today. You are so powerful when you share your love with the world. You are being encouraged by God and his angels to be a powerful leader of love. There are two ways of accepting power. You can use it to instill fear and overpower others, or you can use it to guide and empower yourself and others. Lead by example and be the powerful, loving leader you desire to see in the world. You are powerful and filled with love. Shiva is the Hindu god of strength and power. He is the ultimate father figure and is known for his leadership and fiery energy. He is known as the destroyer and the cosmic dancer, but it is important to say that he is another expression of love. When called upon, he does destroy the negative energy of our lives, and he can lighten up our world like the sun. In this deck, we have focused on him as the Divine Father, as he gives us support and strength as a representation of our Father in heaven, God. And take the God out if you like. I prefer to call it Source. I believe that my source, the creator, is masculine and feminine. That's what I do believe. But that was basically, what lesson are we learning? To come from a place of love, to be empowered with love, to be an example, to lead by example, by leading with love. Letting go of all the negativity and the fear that is being shot out at us, excuse my expression, but coming at us so quickly now. So what are you going to do? You're going to take all that in and let it get in there? I mean, everything that we're seeing here so far in this card pull is listening to ourselves, raising our vibration, coming to things with love. So the last card is, what opportunity next awaits me through this full moon? And it's a time to breathe. And it says, thank you, angels. I breathe with ease, knowing you're here. Exactly. Take time to breathe. That is what awaits us. If we continue to do this inner work that I'm sure you guys have heard other people speak about, and we need to continue to do it. Because if we don't, if we keep ignoring the signs, ignoring the cycles, that same thing's coming here again. Why is it coming here again? Because we haven't mastered it yet. So instead of pushing it away, pushing it away, pushing it away, we need to finally look at it, which brings us back around to the mirror. The people that we are friends with, that's part of our family, that we interact with daily, they are mirrors. So I'm hoping that this card spread definitely brought you some encouragement, some enlightenment maybe. Now, sometimes I look or flip over the bottom of the deck. One of my sweet friends kind of gave me that tip, and I love it because the card that's on the bottom of the deck is kind of the overall feel of what's happening right now. And it is Archangel Orion, manifesting miracles. Thank you, Orion, for manifesting your miracles in my world. That is a wonderful little bow on the package of this card pull. And just know that we can continue to maneuver through these times with love, compassion, kindness, and acceptance. And know that we are that pebble in the pond, that we are the ones that can make things shift into a better world. I do believe that. I'm not giving up, and I hope that you aren't either. So feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Share this video with others if it really resonated with you and you like the message. And I will be back next week. We are coming into eclipse season. In 2 weeks, we have a new moon with a full solar eclipse. So I'm already feeling the energies. And we just keep doing our best. Keep looking up and knowing that everything we're doing is making a difference in this world. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you as always for watching and sharing. And please feel free to leave a comment. And follow me on Madeline Olson on Instagram and on Facebook. Thanks so much. Take care.